To Tech Brothers with Amit. Today we are going to answer this question. We can run any tasks in Control Flow Pane on failure of a task or set of tasks by using Precedence Constraint. What are the advantages of using event handler over Precedence Constraint in a Control Flow Pane? So we know that we can use the Precedence Constraint in the Control Flow Pane, and we can have success, we have failure, we have completion. So different states of Precedence Constraint we have, and we can run further tasks attached to them. So what are the advantages of using the event handler instead of using those Precedence Constraints and working through? So let's consider we have this data flow 1, 2, 3 in the control flow, and what we have, if this fails, what we want to do, we want to send an email. So in this case, let me take send mail task here, and then we are gonna attach that one here on failure, and then select the failure. And then we are selecting here also what we want to do, select failure. So what I'm doing here, I'm selecting different connecting different Precedence Constraint to the send mail task and selecting the state. So what I have selected here, I have selected the Precedence Constraint value failure, and if any of these tasks will fail, then we want to send an email. Right now, if you see, these are solid lines. So what is happening, these three has to be fail to send an email. But if we want to set to the any of them fail, we have to go logical or. So if then you will see the dotted lines. So first of all, if you see here, this is making the package more complex because you are handling errors here, and you have to put a lot of tasks here and set the Precedence Constraint, and those events which these tasks or containers or package level which it create on runtime, they are not the same on what Precedence Constraints are. So the Precedence Constraints has three different values. So it has failure, completion, and success, and you can write expressions on them. But if you go to the event handlers and take a look on the events, so you have on error that can be set on package level, and you don't have to connect your all those data flow and the other task to the send mail task. You can simply place here on the package level, and that will do the thing for you. So that will work when the error happen with any of those tasks or executables, containers, or package level. Then it is going to throw an error, and you will be sending email by using the send mail task here. Now if you see further, you have pre-execution, you have post-execution, you have pre-validation, you have on progress, you have on warning, on task failed, you have on information. So these events are not available in the control flow. So Precedence Constraint does not provide those events for those tasks, but it does provide the state, okay, it is successful, failure, or complete. So these are three states. On depending on that one, you can make a decision and connect to some of the other tasks and perform something. But those events, what we see here, they are available in the event handler, and you can use those and perform any task. One good part of using event handler is your loading process will be in the control flow, and your error process or the email or the rollback, truncation, loaded records, and all those kind of things you will be using in the event handler. That will make your package more clean and easy to understand, and I see a lot of good points here when you are using, let's say, 10 tasks here, and you have to perform on error. So you are connecting a lot of tasks with the send mail task or truncate and all that. So this will get really complicated if you try to do everything here. So let's say in this case, now if task 3 and task 2 fail, we want to truncate some record tables. So we have to connect here, and I'm trying to use the precedence constraint here. Even I know those are events are totally different, but I'm trying to make it try to show you guys how complex it can be once you are trying to handle everything here. So now you have to select for this one and that one, and your package will get complex. It will not be that easy to readable and hard to debug. So probably you want to have the main task for the data loading, extraction, and logic design or flow in the control flow and data flow, and handle those errors by using the events. And sending email or truncating tables or bringing back to the previous state of those staging tables and whatnot. So use the event handlers on that level. Thanks very much for watching this video, and I will see you in next video.